Good afternoon, UKSG. We're back with another amazing run for you all. This time it is Discworld Any Percent by Mindez. Just a few bits about why we're here though before then. We're raising money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. This is achieved through education, training, support with housing, employment and health, and 100% of your donations will support the charity. But here's a little bit more about the charity in their own words. Our amazing frontline workers are determined and committed to keeping our services open, providing advice, helping people find somewhere to live, and supporting people with their health and well-being. We are adapting the way we work to meet these people's needs in these challenging times, like looking at how we can get more phones for homeless people and remote technology to help them when it's not safe to do so face-to-face. As I'm sure you'll all agree, that is a wonderful cause to be donating some money towards. But before we can start talking about final totals and that, we've got a Discworld run to watch. So open up a can of Iron Brew and over to Mindez.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to this is my first ever marathon run, so I am super nervous. We're gonna get straight into it. Before we do, who wears it better? I mean, come on, let's be honest. All right, that's the idle screen anyway. So we are going to start the run here, and then I will explain what this game is all about. So yeah, apologies for being mocked by the game there. We're going to be starting the run in 3, 2, 1, go. So, this is Discworld. It is a 1995 point-and-click adventure game based on the Discworld series of novels by Terry Pratchett. If you're unfamiliar with those, they are well worth a read. They're very satirical British novels. Written by, as I say, Terry Pratchett. GNU Terry Pratchett is important to say. You are no wizard, where is your beard? And so what we're going to do to start out is we're going to come down here, get the broom, and we're going to go up and get our inventory, which is in the form of a box of sapient pearwood that's going to follow us around for the entire game, called Luggage. This game's actually based on the Guards novel specifically, except with Rincewind as the main character rather than the City Watch. So the city is being terrorized by a dragon. We're going to have to find the dragon. We're going to have to stop the dragon from being summoned, and then ultimately we're going to have to defeat the dragon. We're in Act 1 at the moment, and what we need to do is we need to find the dragon. To do that, we're going to build a dragon detecting device, and to do that, we need five artifacts that we can build into the device, which we're going to find out about now. But we're not going to do any of that, honestly. We're not going to get 5 items, because why bother getting 5 items when we can just get 1 item and duplicate it 5 times? That's right, this is a very heavily glitched run. That glitch is possible because of an ability that we have to warp around our save files and keep items between saves. So you can see here, I've come down to the library. I made a save up in the Arch-Chancellor's room, and as soon as we get this book here, I'm just going to reload that save, and now we have that here, so we don't have to walk all the way back. This is a glitch that I found, a few weeks ago. So when I first submitted this run, I need to save it here. When I first submitted the run, my estimate was 51 minutes. Then that glitch was found, and the entire game had to be rerouted. Because originally we did have to go and find all 5 of the artifacts to build the dragon detector, and now we just have to find one, which is this staff here. So once we've got this staff, we're just going to make a save 2. We're going to reload save 1. We're going to go back in there. I shouldn't have left there, really. Wait for luggage. There you are. There is our staff. Turn it in. We're going to save 1, load 2, load 1. We're going to get another staff. We're going to turn that in. We're going to save 1, load 2, load 1. We're going to get another staff. We're going to turn that in. We're going to save 1, load 2, load 1. We're going to get another staff, and I believe that's the 5th staff. Oh, no, there's one more. Save 1, load 2, load 1. And that just duplicates the staff 5 times, so we can just turn in the same item 5 times on the same save file. Because, you know, why bother actually going out and doing quests when we can do it all from the comfort of our own university? So that gets to the dragon detector, which turns out to be a metal detector, searching for gold. And we're going to use that to go and find the dragon's lair, which happens to be all the way down here. This is a map of Ankh-Morpork City. And this is the end of Act 1. So Act 1 used to be about 20 minutes, and now it's about 4. And, you know, we're going to have a bit of a conversation here with the dragon. You'll hear a lot of tapping through this, because I have to mash escape through any conversation or anything. And that is the beginning of Act 2. For Act 2, we're going to make a save here. We're going to go up here. We're going to make a save on the way. Now, we're going to start Act 2 by getting 3 key items that we're going to need later on in the act. We're going to come here to the broken drum, and we're going to make use of this save warping constantly to make sure that we don't have to do any backtracking. So we'll go here and get the glass. And the main premise of Act 2... Act 2 is one of the main acts of the game. So let's walk back, save it so that we've now got the glass on this save file. Then we're going to go head to the square, and we're going to go get the butterfly net. The main premise of Act 2 is, firstly, we need to find 6 golden artifacts. These golden artifacts are artifacts that were used to summon the dragon here by an evil cult. We need to find all 6. But again, we're not going to find all 6. We're just going to find 1 and then duplicate it 6 times. Because honestly, this glitch completely breaks the game. It's marvelous. So here we're going to get these firework. Now, the game can crash here. I do have a contingency if it does. I'm hoping it does not. Please, please do not crash. Please do not crash. Please do not crash. And it did not crash. Excellent. We've made it into the university. That is one of the first bosses of the game. That screen where it can crash. And now we're going to go back into the past because we need to spy on the cult and find out who the members of the cult are. And to do that, we need to go back in time. Well, fortunately in the Discworld, there is a concept known as L space. And that is basically the Disc's form of time travel. It is located here in the Unseen University Library. But to get it, we need to get a golden banana, and to get the golden banana, we need to give all the gold in the kingdom to this guy here. He gives the golden banana. We're going to walk back up there where I made a save just a second ago. Oh, look, I've still got my gold. Haha! No money for you, sleazy guy. And that's going to open up L space over there. L space is going to take us to the night before. And as I say, we're going to be tracking down the members of the cult, and we're also going to see past Rincewind as well. So here we need to wait for a second while the cultist comes, because the first thing the cultist does is he comes to the library, steals a book on dragon summoning, and that's going to be important later. So we just need to wait here a few seconds for him to turn up. In the meantime, I'm just going to grab the frog from my inventory, because that's the next item that we're going to need. And we're going to follow the thief all the way to the hideout. As I say, so yeah, we only need one of the golden artifacts, but you can't get any of the golden artifacts until you've actually spied on the cult's meeting. So that's what we're doing now. We're trying to get into the cult's meeting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a save here. We're going to do the park. And there's Rincewind in the past. So that drink that I had earlier was called Counterwise Wine, and it is basically unwine. It gives you the hangover before you've drunk it. So this is Rincewind sleeping off the hangover from the glass that we drank earlier in this run, which was actually in his future. So don't worry about time travel. This is Discworld. We don't worry about things like that here. But I do now have to wait for the thief to finish his pathing. Because once the thief has finished his pathing, we will unlock an area called the Hideout, which is where the cult are meeting. In the meantime, we have just got the butterfly. We are about to have a 40-second cutscene. Which is unskippable once I've used this butterfly on the lamp over here. Rincewind, please, stop pathing underneath the ground, please. And there we go. So yeah, now we've got a 40-second cutscene. We're going to watch a guy get really, really hydrated. And yeah, TM Panda, over to you if you have anything to read.
Yes, I don't have any donations, but I do have an incentive for you all to donate, and that is our wonderful incentives. There is actually one incentive for this run currently, which is to feed the dog. We are currently 20 into 100 goal for this, so if you donate, we get to feed a dog. Don't you like dogs? Feed the dog, make the dog happy. We've also got a bonus run coming up later today, which is Hugo's House of Horrors any percent with glitches after the glitchless run. And further on today, we have the Cyberpunk run and Riding the Roller Coaster. They all still need meetings, so if you want to see any of them, please donate towards them. Back to you, Mindez.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, definitely some great incentives to be had. So what we need to do, we had to cause a storm on him so that he would take his, so that he was derobe and hang his robe up to dry. So that we can go steal the robe. And because it's a nice dark robe, the kind of thing that cultists wear, it's going to allow us to infiltrate the cultist meeting. So we'll just take the robe, walk back to L space, and go back through. Now, we've seen where the thief goes, so let's beat the thief to the hideout. And this time, we are going to eavesdrop on him entering the cult hideout. So we can discover the password to actually get in. Yeah. And this is a good opportunity for me to really talk about the voice acting in this game. I just want to say, the voice acting in this game is incredible. Genuine household names of top British caliber. Like, Rincewind is voiced by Eric Idle of Monty Python fame, which, you know, is incredible in and of itself. The other characters, there are about like 70 to 80 other characters. I cannot skip this text, by the way. This is the one that has to happen. There are about 70 to 80 other characters. They're all voiced by 4 other people. There's Rob Brydon, you know, from panel show fame mainly at the moment, and panel show and comedy fame. Tony Robinson, Baldrick from Blackadder. Kate Robbins from Spitting Image. And John Pertwee, literally the 3rd Doctor. And so many of the conversations in this game are just Rob Brydon talking to himself in different accents. And if you're a fan of Rob Brydon, that is amazing to listen to. It is genuinely, the voice acting in this game is top quality. I cannot possibly recommend it enough. It is all kinds of incredible. All right, so now we've found out the password, which is blah 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 spoons, blah 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 swordfish, blah blah blah. We can sneak into the cultist area. And what I'm going to need from everybody in chat, is we need to summon the dragon now. And of course, to summon the dragon, we need to chant. And I think they're trying to chant dragon, but it actually sounds like Jagaga. So I need everybody in chat to chant Jagaga as soon as the cutscene starts. We're stopping them at the moment. And Jagaga, Jagaga, Jagaga,
Jagaga, Jagaga.
Jagaga, Dragugu, I don't know what they're saying. I think they're supposed to be saying dragon, but they're all way off timing. Jagaga, Jagaga. And if we believe hard enough in the power of the Jagaga, we can indeed summon the dragon. But this brings up something very interesting that we'll find about later. However, now that we've done that, we can actually go and get one of the golden artifacts. We're going to go for the fastest golden artifact. And usually you get these golden artifacts by, like, you know, identifying who's at the meeting. You can obviously go back and do the meeting as many times as you want, because it's time travel. We're going to go and get the Dunnyman's Gold Tooth. So to do that... Thank you for your energy, chat. Very, very happy to have summoned a dragon with you all today. We're going to take the donut, and we're going to give it to the Dunnyman. And that's going to cause him to go to the dentist. And then we will be able to go to the dentist and get the tooth. That's going to be the 1 golden artifact that we're going to duplicate 6 times. So come on, Dunnyman. Just waiting for him to come here. And there we go. You can have the donut. Yeah, just a random stranger gives you a donut. You know what? You always eat that donut. But firstly, we need to go to have it to our doctor's appointment, which is here in the psychiatricist. And like any doctor's appointment, this is going to go pretty much like any doctor's appointment. So you know, we're gonna go up the stairs. We're gonna you know, have a little nice lie down on the bed, and then we're going to get, you know, bonked on the head with a hammer, and then we're just gonna leave because, and you know, I expect our bills in the mail. That's just how doctor's appointment goes.
Jumping quickly with a donation.
Absolutely.
We have had £20 from Woofits. There's no comment, but that is going to feeding the dog. So we are currently at 40 out of 100, so we're getting closer. You've only got till the end of this run to make it happen, so if you want it to happen, you've got to do it now.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Woofits. All right, so we got the note from the milkmaid. That's going to cause the barber to leave, and we're going to extract the tooth from the Dunnyman. We are going to do this on a separate save, so we're going to make save number 3 here, and then we're going to just take the tooth back to save number 1, because save number 1 is right back at the start of the act. It's right back at the barn, so there's no problem with doing that. So we want save 3, we want save 1. Let's go into the barn. I'm going to attempt a bit of a maneuver with the camera here. So we're going to turn in the first one. First one's fine. Save 1, load 3. Oh, never mind. I was a bit too slow, so luggage is already on screen. That's fine. Let's turn in the second tooth. Save 1, load 3, load 1. We'll turn in the third tooth. Save 1, load 3, load 1. I'm glad that Dunnyman has so many gold teeth. It's, you know, that makes this act really, really straightforward and easy. I just think it's great. We just look like skipping like pretty much everything here. It's incredible. But this is not the end for Act 2, because once we have given the gold artifacts to the dragon decides to take out their revenge on everybody that was at that cult meeting that night, and Rincewind was there as well. So that's not going to end well for Rincewind. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop that cult meeting from ever actually having taken place. To do that, we're going to come here over to Nanny Og, and we're going to get her Custard book. This is a Custard book, but with a bit of a twist. It's for making custard with love potion. So we're going to replace the dragon summoning book. We're going to swap the covers between the two books. And we're going to put the book back so it looks like a dragon summoning book, but it's actually a guide to making custard out of love potion. So instead of being a dragon summoning cult, we have now created a love custard cult, which is definitely a thing. Absolutely 100% a thing. I guess the dragon never technically existed or got summoned. I don't know. That's just how this game goes sometimes. So Rincewind gonna march into the patrician's office. We're gonna see Lord Veterinary here, and he's gonna say that he wants payment for something that he clearly couldn't have done because the dragon never existed. The dragon's going to appear, even though the dragon never existed, because this is Discworld logic. And Act 3 is going to be all about fighting off the dragon. Well, Act 3 is supposed to be about fighting off the dragon, but if you know this run by now, you know that is not going to happen. We're actually going to do something called the Ramkin Skip. And this is one of the first skips that was found in the game. And it's going to let us skip all the way to the end of Act 4 from the beginning of Act 3. There are 4 acts in this game, so this is going to take us basically right to the end of the game. What we need to do is we need to get the alchemist here to leave his house, go take some corn, which is going to unlock Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. What Act 3? That is a very good question. And this is also to unlock Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary, which is somewhere that contains the item that we need to get into Act 4. There we go. It's there in the middle left of the map. That's just unlocked. Unfortunately, on the way there, we do need to stop by the hideout, and this is now a love custard cult. So we're going to, get a supply of love custard. There we go. We have a love custard tart. If we don't get this item, we literally softlock the game because we need that to finish. I have forgotten that item more times than I want to admit. Now, this is Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. And it is here where we're going to perform the Ramkin Skip. So what you're supposed to do is... I mean, this is like knock a door run, basically. So firstly, we need to actually talk to her to get to the back of the house. And then we're going to come back forward and basically do knock a door run. We're going to knock on the door, and then we're going to leave before she can get to the front door. What that's supposed to do is close the dragon pen in the back. But there is a missed trigger. If you actually do that on the knocker, it works as correct as intended. But if you just do it on the door, it removes Lady Ramkin from the back cage, but leaves the cage open. That's a pretty major oversight on the part of the developers, because that's going to let us take Mambo. And Mambo is a very end-game item, because the game is actually specifically designed so that if you have Mambo in a certain state, the next time you walk through a screen transition, it will automatically take you to the end game. So, let's see. What we need to do is we need to feed Mambo. So we'll give him one firecracker. We're doing another little glitch here that, again, I just don't have time to explain. That's going to let us duplicate these firecrackers. So let firework there, M16 there. Refer to a dragon as a thing. Look, my mind is going at 1,000 miles an hour. Everything is a thing right now. And we're going to feed the dragon one more time. Give it one more firecracker. That's going to fully load the M16. And once the M16 is in this state, yeah, the next screen transition is going to take us basically to the end of the game. So this is a bit of a wrong warp to the very final scene of the game. Time is very much coming up right now.
Well, I need to say something very quickly. We are just 20 away from feeding the dog. Ooh. So if you want that dog fed, get your dog. And it's happened. We are feeding the dog.
We are feeding the dog. Okay, we'll be doing that straight after this run. Right now, we're going to... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'll shout out them after the run.
Fantastic. Okay, we are fighting off the dragon. Unfortunately, our dragon decides to stop fighting and instead falls in love with the dragon because, you know, why not? So what we need to do is make the dragon reciprocate that love. Fortunately, we have a custard tart, and the time's going to end as soon as I use the custard tart on the dragon, which is coming up in 3, 2, 1... No! There we go. So the dragon's going to get hit by the custard tart, the dragon's going to eat love potion custard, the dragon's going to fall in love with our dragon, they're going to fly off into the distance, they're going to have a happy ending, and yeah, happy ever after. Into the distance. Alright, if you want to do your shoutouts now, please go ahead.
Yeah, not a problem. We had 10 from Stacy140 with Rob Bryden in Discworld New York is also everything. Happy to see Discworld represented with the awesome cosplay to boot. We received 50 from Gopher. 30 of that went to Feed the Dog, and 20 of it went to Sonic 1 Forever Solo Sonic Beat the Game, Bring Tails, with the comment, "You guys rock." We had 20 from Sixor with For the Doggo, and 20 from Chris42 with Jehovah. So thank you very much, guys, for making that happen.
Sorry, this is like the best scene in the game with Death, the lad Death here.
That's fine.
It's not my fault. All right, but that is not the end. I believe the incentive has been met. Is that correct?
Yes, I just need confirmation because people haven't put what donation they wanted to go to, and I'm just inferring that For the Doggo is going towards the dog incentive.
Okay.
So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Not to worry. But yeah, I'll keep everyone entertained while you are doing that. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me for this run. As I say, this is my first marathon run, so I was super nervous going into it. I want to give a big shout out to Chefto Gaming, who found the item duplication half of the glitch, as well as, you know, did a great job in getting the world record for this game down before the glitch was found. To all the other runners of this game that have done it in the past, whoever discovered the Ramkin Skip, amazing, you are the real MVP. To you know, to my community, and to in particular to my grandmother, who was a big Discworld fan. She passed away last November, so I'm kind of dedicating this run to her. And the only other thing it remains for me to say is GNU Terry Pratchett. So hopefully we will get that that notification very soon. I'm going to load the save anyway, just in case, because we'll be doing it from here, which is where we left off in Act 3. In fact, I'm going to go and get the bone, and then if the incentive is met, we can give the bone to the dog, and if the incentive has not been met, then we will let the dog go hungry. So.
Feeding the doggo! We
are feeding the doggo. Excellent. Okay, so, as I say, first thing we need to do is go and get the bone. This is going to take about 2 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some leeches. We're going to use these leeches. Okay, look, I don't know where you're going, but okay. It would have been really helpful if you'd stopped, but sure. We're going to use these leeches to cause a bit of a disagreement between these guards at the palace. That's going to distract them long enough to let me through. I'm just going to turn the volume down a little bit here, as I told my tech, because this is the loudest scene in the game. This and the dungeon is the loudest scenes in the game. So I do need to adjust my audio there a little bit. I need to do it on my own stream all the time. There is a little bit of screaming in the background. I would appreciate, you know, I know this is a bit of a dungeon, a bit of a torture chamber, but I would really appreciate it if you would scream quieter. Thank you very much. So we're going to get the bone from over here, from the skeleton. And before we go and feed the doggo, we are going to put a little bit of seasoning on this bone, because, you know, Rincewind, what is your pathing doing right now? Honestly. Alright. But we are going to put a little bit of seasoning on this bone before we give it to the doggo. So let us go ahead and find the seasoning pot. That's what it is. It's just seasoning and absolutely nothing else. Don't even worry too much about it. So to do that, we're going to go over to the street over here, into the toy shop, because we know where else would you keep seasoning? And this little seasoning pot here, that's what it is. Nice little seasoning pot. It's just going to make this. It's just going to make this bone even more irresistible for the doggo. And then we're going to head over to the inn, which is where Gaspode is. Gaspode is a dog from the Discworld series, for Discworld books, obviously. From quite a few of them. It's a dog that actually learned to talk. And there you go. Unfortunately, once he learned to talk, he would never shut up. And that is why we need to give him the bone.
Very suspicious looking dog, that.
And there we go. The dog has been fed. Look at how happy that doggo is.
The doggo deserved it, let's all be honest. That doggo deserved that bone.
Here, doggy, doggy, doggy.
He is now a happy doggo.
Here, doggy,
Very happy doggo. Thank you very much for indulging my incentive there.
It was a very worthwhile incentive, and everybody can agree feeding a doggo is something that's worthwhile. Anyway, that's the end of Discworld, unfortunately. An amazing game from a bygone era that everyone should enjoy at least once in their life. Coming up next, we have Jack of Hearts with Hugo's House of Horrors. But before then, a brief intermission. We'll see you in a few minutes.